Today I will tell you about our respiratory system. In the human body, first of all, when the air enters our body from our nostril, this is our nose. And this is our nasal cavity. When we breathe in, the air from our surrounding enters from our nostril and then came into the nasal cavity. This is our pharynx. This is our pharynx, and here there is a tiny structure like this. It is our larynx. It is our larynx, and then there are some rings which join each other, and this is our trachea. And then our air enters nasal cavity, and from nasal cavity it comes into the pharynx and then into the larynx. Larynx is also called as voice box, and from larynx it comes into our trachea, and from trachea it comes to in our bronchi. And from our bronchi it comes in our lungs. These are our lungs. These are called bronchi. These are our bronchi, and the bronchi divided into different branches, different tiny tubes which are called as bronchioles. From bronchioles, at the end of the bronchioles there are many tiny sacs which are called as alveoli. And it is further divided, which are called as bronchioles. These all are the branches, and at here there are many tiny sacs at the end of the bronchioles that are called as alveoli. And in alveoli there are many blood capillaries which are present in the alveoli, and from blood capillaries the air enters our blood capillaries, and then our during this process the heart from our heart, the upper part of our heart from our heart is called as superior vena cava, and the lower part from our heart is called as inferior vena cava. And the blood from our both parts come into our left ventricle, and from left ventricle it enters into the capillaries, and from capillaries it enters into the alveoli and comes into the lungs, and then enters in our alveoli, and then from alveoli the air from deoxygenated blood come in our alveoli. The carbon dioxide from deoxygenated blood enters into our air which is oxygenated, and the oxygen from our blood from our air enters in our blood, and then the oxygenated blood enters in the heart, and then this oxygenated blood is pumped to all the body parts and cells. And then the deoxygenated air from the blood capillaries enter in our alveoli, and then from alveoli it enters in our bronchioles, and then into the bronchi, and then into the trachea, then larynx, then pharynx, and then from our nasal cavity, and then from our nostrils it came into the in outside. And then now I will tell you about some important general knowledge which are important to know us. In our lungs there are in our only one lung there are 30,000 bronchioles are present in our one lung, and almost 600 million alveoli are present in our each lung, and there is a small structure which is called as diaphragm. It also contributes in our respiratory system, because when the diaphragm relaxes, our lungs contract, and when our diaphragm contract, our lungs relax, and when the diaphragm relax, the air come outside from our lungs, and then diaphragm contract, the air enters in our lungs. And here is the tiny structures. They join each other like this. And it is surrounded on all the four sides of our lungs, and this is called as rib cage. Rib cage also contributes in our respiratory system. Thank you.